Hello, welcome to Avant's Safety Training Program. This program is designed to provide safety information related to defensive driving. Operations in vehicles at your location may be slightly different. If you have any questions or concerns following this program, consult your direct supervisor or manager. Let's begin with the definition of defensive driving. It would be stated as follows: driving to save lives, time, and money, in spite of the conditions around you and the actions of others. Most companies look at the cost of operating their trucks or fleet of vehicles. Oftentimes, we forget to look at some of the hidden costs. The cost of motor vehicle crashes in 2010 totaled $242 billion. If we average that, it would be $784 for every person living in the United States. The lost workplace productivity as a result totaled more than $57.6 billion. If you're driving and miss your turn, a U-turn is an easy solution to get where you need to go. However, this does pose a risk of collision with adjacent right-turning drivers. The road can also be narrow, increasing the amount of time it takes to complete the U-turn and possibly blocking the roadway. Oftentimes, approaching motorists do not realize what's going on until it's too late. Evaluate the situation. It may be safer to drive to the next exit or around the block. It could save your life or someone else's. The causes of collisions can be almost infinite. Here we've stated several of the common causes. Review each one of these. Each one deserves attention while operating your vehicle in a safe manner. Traffic safety is important while operating any vehicle. Traffic safety can be accomplished through the 3 E's: enforcement, education, and engineering. Driving errors also contribute to our accidents. Inattention to driving is the most common today. Technologies such as cell phones and other electronic devices are contributing to this problem. Your attitude can also become a factor. Angry drivers help no one. Try and be courteous to other drivers. The condition of your vehicle is very important. Improper maintenance can lead to serious problems. Be sure to perform regular inspections and make repairs as needed. Defensive driving can help to keep you and the other vehicles around you safe. Keeping the proper following distance is a great start. Increase that distance during inclement weather. A cautious driver is always scanning the road ahead. Prepare yourself for potential hazards and be predictable in your actions. If you need to change lanes, always check your blind spot and signal well before your turn. There are some additional tips listed here as well. Take a moment to check them out. We mentioned distracted driving before. Cell phones, GPS, music, food, and anything else you can think of while driving can become a distraction. Prepare yourself before your trip begins so you don't have to mess with anything other than driving. Remember, the other driver may be distracted too. The following is some information to consider about distracted driving. In 2015, distracted driving claimed 3,477 lives and injured 391,000 people. Each day on the road, more than 660,000 drivers are using an electronic device. Each time one of those drivers uses their cell phone while driving, they are 5 times more likely to crash. Sending a text while driving makes you 23.2 times more likely to be involved in a critical safety event. I think it can wait. For example, sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles an hour, you just travel the length of a football field with your eyes closed. Driving conditions can have a significant impact on safe travels. Conditions can change with the seasons, weather, location, and city. They can change in an instant. Take a moment to review the conditions on the screen. Each are important. You will encounter every one of these at some point on the road. None of us want to be involved in a rear-end collision. Here are some simple tips to prevent one. Regardless of your speed, always maintain a safe following distance. If you are too close, you will not have enough time to stop. The general rule for following is the 4-second rule. 4 seconds for every 10 foot of your vehicle. If the weather changes, double your distance. Your vehicle will react differently in wet weather. Did you know the average stopping distance for a loaded tractor trailer traveling at 55 miles an hour is 196 feet, compared with 133 feet for a passenger vehicle? On the front side of this, we don't want to be hit from behind either. When you are driving, gradually apply the brakes. If you tap your pedal first, the flash can grab the driver behind you's attention. Put that turn signal on well ahead of your turn. Give the driver time to notice. Lastly, check your blind spot more than once. Be sure you are clear. One of the worst collisions is head-on. Scanning the road ahead can identify vehicles that may be crossing over. If you notice a swerving or crossing vehicle, keep to the right as much as possible. Reduce the speed of your vehicle and drive to the right off the road. One of the worst collisions is head-on. Scanning the road ahead can identify vehicles that may be crossing over. If you notice a swerving or crossing vehicle, keep to the right as much as possible. Reduce the speed of your vehicle and drive to the right off the road. We have all been at an intersection with a vehicle that did not know who has the right of way. A controlled intersection has traffic signals or signs posted indicating the right of way. Left turns and right turns are also dictated by a signal or a sign. Anytime you are approaching an intersection, scan ahead. Be aware of who is entering the intersection. Is it controlled? And is the other driver paying attention? Some other hazards to consider are bicycles, pedestrians, and school buses. Lastly, railroad crossings. Always stop your vehicle at a railroad crossing, regardless of whether the guards are down. Passing can be tricky depending on the amount of traffic, location, and other driver actions. You can see the 6 tips listed here for safe passing. Take a minute to review them. Do you follow these tips? Getting passed is a regular occurrence. Just remember, be courteous. It is okay to slow your vehicle to let another vehicle in. When the vehicle behind you decides to pass, cover your brake and be prepared to slow. Chances are they may cut in front of you too closely. Not all accidents involve multiple vehicles. About 20% of vehicle crash deaths result from hitting fixed objects. Know your route. If you're not familiar with the route, then take extra precautions. Fixed object collisions are 100% preventable. Remember, conditions change. Don't become complacent. Backing a vehicle safely can be a challenge. Your vehicle may have blind spots that require additional attention. Before backing your vehicle out, survey the area behind your vehicle and your destination. Use your side and rear view mirrors while backing up. If your car is equipped with a backup camera, be sure the camera lens is clean and the camera is in working order. Back the vehicle slowly and cover the brake. Try to avoid any distractions. To summarize, we have briefly covered defensive driving. The tips on your screen are just a small portion of what it takes to be a successful defensive driver. Continue to educate yourself on this topic. It could save your life. Thank you for participating in our safety program. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact our safety department.